Wonder Boys roster this year. And to give you an idea of the turnover on this roster, among the 5 starters tonight for Arkansas Tech, 4 of them are brand new to this program. Nick Wayman is really the only returning Wonder Boy who has a lot of statistics to speak of. Wayman, a year ago for Arkansas Tech, averaged 7.7 points and 4.3 rebounds per game. He appeared in all 32 games for Arkansas Tech a year ago and started 21 of those. Among the top returnees for Northern State are Sky Warwick. He averaged 10.9 points per game a year ago. An excellent three-point shooter, Warwick, at 46% a year ago. He made a team-high 77 shots from beyond the arc a year ago for Northern State. Their other top returnee is DJ Pollard. Pollard averaged 9.8 points per game a season ago for the Northern State Wolves. The introduction of the starting lineups here in Tucker Coliseum is now complete, and we are ready to get the 2015-2016 season underway. And glad that you were with us on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. Again, it's Pankonen, Pollard, Paterka, Decker, and Warwick for Northern State. It's Alexander, Houghton, Corley, Yates, and Wayman for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. Jumping center, it'll be Tyrone Houghton, who is a transfer from the University of Pittsburgh for Arkansas Tech. And Justin Decker will jump center for Northern State. The ball is in the air, and Arkansas Tech will go on offense first. The tip controlled by Thomas Alexander. He gives it up on the left wing to Marcus Yates. Now at the top of the key to the point guard, Tyler Corley. Corley gives it up on the right wing for Alexander. Alexander wants to drive, jump stop in the lane, stripped loose, out of bounds, last touched by Northern State. There to strip it away for the Wolves with 18 on the shot clock. It was Justin Decker. Inbounds pass for Arkansas Tech comes to Yates. He gives it on the baseline for Corley. 18-foot jumper, no good, short. Defensive rebound by Sky Warwick of Northern State. Warwick brings it into the front court for the Wolves. They go on offense for the first time. Arkansas Tech opens in a 2-3 zone defense. Right side pass goes to Pankonen. He gives it at the high post. Turnaround jumper is good for Northern State's Justin Decker. The 6'7" sophomore forward from Huron, South Dakota, has the first 2 points of the season for the Wolves, and Northern State leads it 2-0 at the 19:21 mark of the opening half. 19-foot jumper on the way and no good for Marcus Yates of Arkansas Tech. On the rebound, a whistle and a foul, and it is against Northern State. The foul has been whistled against Justin Decker. It is his first personal foul, and the Wonder Boys will inbound it from the baseline with a new 30-second shot clock. Inbounds pass for Yates. He dribbles out to the top of the key. Northern State in a man-to-man defense. Corley with it on the left wing. Double team, gets rid of it to Nick Wayman. Wayman open for three. It is no good. Offensive rebound. Putback is good for Arkansas Tech by Thomas Alexander with 18:59 to go in the first half. The Wonder Boys are on the board, and it is tied at 2 here at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, Arkansas. Full court pressure by the Wonder Boys, a 2-2-1 zone press. The Wolves beat it into the front court. Left wing pass received for Northern State by DJ Pollard. He gives it out front, top of the key for Paterka. Paterka surveys the defense, feeds it on the left baseline, zip pass down low for Decker. Decker double dribbled it. Turnover Northern State, and the basketball belongs to Arkansas Tech University. 18:33 to go first half. Arkansas Tech 2 and Northern State 2 in a season opening matchup of two teams that played in the NCAA tournament 1 year ago. Alexander, three-pointer, right wing, short and no good, but Wayman with the offensive rebound. He's able to save it into Yates for Arkansas Tech. Marcus Yates wants to drive, stops in the lane, 8-footer good for Yates. He has his first 2 points, and with 18:12 to go in the first half, Arkansas Tech takes its first lead of the night at 4-2. Into the front court comes Warwick for Northern State. Wonder Boys again in a 2-3 zone defense in the half court. Out front, Warwick with it. Surveys that defense. 14 to shoot. Dribbles to the left wing. Throws it out front for Pollard. Pollard drives. Floater in the lane. Good from 10 feet for Pollard. 17:51 to go in the half. And we are tied at 4. Arkansas Tech quick on the counterattack. Ball goes right wing to Yates. Yates dribbles right. A whistle and an illegal screen set by Arkansas Tech as Tyrone Houghton was moving on the pick. It is his first personal foul, the first team foul against Arkansas Tech, and we have our first changes of the evening into the game for Arkansas Tech. is Toby Okafor, a 6'11" junior center from Lagos, Nigeria. Into the game for Northern State for the first time is Michael Schreiber, a 6'8" junior center from Rogers, Minnesota. Basketball belongs to the Wolves. 17:31 to go first half. Arkansas Tech and Northern State tied at 4. And for a season opener, the first 2.5 minutes have been played quite crisply. Feed on the right baseline for Schreiber. He gives it up in the corner. Pankinen for 3, and he got it. Spencer Pankinen with a 3-pointer from deep in the right corner, and Northern State reclaims the lead at 7-4. Top of the key, Wayman gives it up right wing. Pass received for Arkansas Tech by Tyler Corley. Corley defended by Warwick. Gives it up left side for Yates. Yates, man-to-man defense on him from DJ Pollard. Dribbles right. Gives it back to Corley. Corley spin move at the free throw line. Leans in. 12-footer off glass. No good. Rebound out of bounds. And I believe we have a whistle and a foul. The foul is against Arkansas Tech's Nick Wayman for a push. It is his first personal foul, the second team foul on Arkansas Tech, and the basketball belongs to Northern State. The Wonder Boys will apply full court pressure. Northern State 1 turnover so far, 0 thus far for Arkansas Tech. The Wolves are a perfect 3 out of 3 from the field. Arkansas Tech 2 of 5 from the field so far. Northern State into the front court, right corner Warwick. He dribbles up to the wing and hands it off at the top to Paterka. Now left wing Pollard, a whistle away from the basketball, and a pushing foul against Arkansas Tech. The foul is against Toby Okafor. It is his first personal foul, team foul number 3. And the Wonder Boys will make a change at point guard as Tyler Corley is out, and he is replaced by Freddie Lee, a 5'7" freshman guard from nearby Clarksville, Arkansas. Inbounds pass comes to the top of the key for DJ Pollard for Northern State. The Wolves lead it 7-4 with 16:25 to go in the first half. Schreiber with it, kicks it out right corner, 3-pointer on the way, and no good for Spencer Pankinen. Rebound Northern State. Return shot is blocked by Alexander. Rebound Northern State. Pollard for 3, good. DJ Pollard from the left corner hits the second consecutive 3 for Northern State, and the Wolves have opened up a 10-4 early lead over Arkansas Tech. Freddie Lee gives it up left wing. Pass received for Arkansas Tech by Marcus Yates. Yates pass deflected and stolen away for Northern State by Sky Warwick. Warwick into the front court, gives it to Pollard, and Pollard traveled with the basketball, and we have timeout on the floor. 15:49 to go, first half. Northern State 10, Arkansas Tech 4. Back in 1 minute. This is ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. On the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard, it's Northern State 10 and Arkansas Tech 4 with 15 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the first half. The Wolves 4 out of 5 from the field so far, including 2 of 3 from three-point range. Arkansas Tech 2 out of 5 from the field thus far, including 0 for 2 from beyond the three-point arc. Thomas Alexander with the basketball for Arkansas Tech. 15-foot fadeaway jumper, no good. Freddie Lee on the second chance, no good. But the tip-in is there for Arkansas Tech's Toby Okafor, as on the third try, the Wonder Boys cash it in. And the Northern State lead is cut to 10-6. 15:25 to go until halftime. Top of the key, Warwick on the dribble for the Wolves. Hands it off there for Darren Paterka. The junior guard out of Miller, South Dakota, throws it across to Warwick. They play catch at the top of the key. 10 on the shot shot clock. Feed into the low post for Schreiber. Schreiber turns off glass and good for Michael Schreiber out of Rogers, Minnesota. Gets his first 2 points of the night, and it is 12-6. A 6-point lead for Northern State. The Wolves now 5 out of 6 from the field. A hot start for Northern State, and it's been predicated upon excellent shot selection. 16 on the Arkansas Tech shot clock as a ball screen set for Thomas Alexander. He gives it up to Freddie Lee. Lee whips it on the right side for a new face in the game. That's Bryson Fletcher, and another illegal screen is called against Arkansas Tech as Nick Wayman was the guilty party that time. He picks up his second foul, and he will be replaced in the Arkansas Tech lineup by DeChriston McKinney, a 6'8" senior forward from Waco, Texas. 14:41 to go in the first half. Northern State 12 and Arkansas Tech 6. Feed into the low post. Kicks it back out for Pollard. Pollard for three, good. Northern State now 6 out of 7 from the field to begin the ball game, and the Wolves have the biggest lead so far at 15-6, a 9-point spread. Left side, Alexander with it for the Wonder Boys. He wants to drive, out of control, scoop shot, no good. Rebound, out of bounds, last touched by Arkansas Tech, and the Wolves will get it back. Changes for both sides. As for Arkansas Tech, Marcus Yates is back in the game. For Northern State, returning to the lineup is Justin Decker. He's on in place of Michael Schreiber. So let's reset the lineup. First for Arkansas Tech, it's Freddie Lee, Bryson Fletcher, who's a new face in the game for Arkansas Tech. He is a senior guard from Camden, Arkansas. Marcus Yates on the floor for the Wonder Boys, along with DeChriston McKinney. And also now into the game for Arkansas Tech is a player for whom I do not have a number. They changed Jerry Owens' number from 20 to 33. Jerry Owens is a 6'9" junior forward from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Warwick for three, good for Northern State, as the Wolves cannot miss right now. They are enjoying the expansive shooting environment here at Tucker Coliseum. They lead it 18-6, and there's a whistle and a foul away from the basketball against Northern State. The Warwick three-pointer, his first 3 points of the game. Northern State now 4 out of 5 from beyond the arc, and the Wolves with an early 18-6 lead over Arkansas Tech on the road in Russellville, Arkansas. 13:42 remaining in our first half as Freddie Lee will inbound it for the Wonder Boys. The foul on Northern State was on Justin Decker. That was his second, and so after a very brief return to the lineup, he is checked back out, replaced again by Michael Schreiber. High post touch for Northern State's Spencer Pankonen. He takes it to the rim, short, no good, but he gets his own rebound, throws it out to Warwick. Warwick distributes on the left wing for Paterka. They kick it right side, pass received there by Pankonen. Pankonen surveys the 2-3 zone defense, decides to throw it out to Warwick. 17 to shoot. He gives it to Pankonen. Turnaround jumper from 15, no good. Defensive rebound by Bryson Fletcher of Arkansas Tech. Into the front court. Freddie Lee for three, good! Freddie Lee, the redshirt freshman from Clarksville, with the first 3 points of his Arkansas Tech career. And the Wonder Boys cut the Northern State lead to 18-9 with 12:51 remaining in the first half. Pankonen with it for Northern State. Now Warwick gets it at the top of the key. 2-3 zone defense for Arkansas Tech, 12 on the shot clock. Paterka throws it away. Stolen for Arkansas Tech by McKinney. McKinney's bounce pass is deflected by Paterka. Stolen by Northern State to Warwick. Layup good in transition by Sky Warwick. Warwick has 5 points, 12:26 to go in the half, and Northern State leads it 20-9. The Wolves now 8 out of 11 from the field. Right wing Bryson Fletcher hands it off in the corner for Marcus Yates. Yates will try a three off the dribble, no good. Rebound Northern State. Pollard got it. It's a 2-on-2 break. Pollard into the lane, off glass, no good. Defensive rebound for Arkansas Tech by Marcus Yates. 1-on-3, Yates goes in anyway, loses his dribble, stolen away by Sky Warwick. Warwick brings it back across the timeline for Northern State. That was the 5th turnover so far for Arkansas Tech. Pollard with it at the top of the key for the Wolves. Gives it up on the left side for Paterka. Feed at the high post for Pankonen. His 14-foot jumper will not go. Defensive rebound for Arkansas Tech. Taken away by DeChriston McKinney. Wonder Boys into the front court. Northern State in a man-to-man defense. Driving the left baseline, Yates bounces it off his leg, out of bounds. And we have timeout on the floor with 11:24 remaining in the first half on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard. It's Northern State 20 and Arkansas Tech 9. Back in 1 minute on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. Taking a look at the leading scorers so far for Northern State, DJ Pollard has 8 points. Sky Warwick with 5. 3 points so far for Northern State, Spencer Pankonen. And then 2 points apiece for Michael Schreiber. And also for Justin Decker. Decker, though, in a bit of early foul trouble for the Wolves. He has 2 fouls. Northern State with the basketball following the timeout for Arkansas Tech. The leading scorer so far is Marcus Yates with 4 points. Freddie Lee has 3. Turnover Northern State. Steal made for the Wonder Boys by Jerry Owens. In transition, off glass and good for Tyler Corley. The junior guard out of Indianapolis, Indiana, gets the first 2 points of his Arkansas Tech career. And it is 20-11, a 9-point lead for the Northern State Wolves. Into the front court, Sky Warwick. Arkansas Tech in a 2-3 zone, but applying a little more pressure on the basketball at the top of the key than they had so far. Left side, new face in the game for Northern State. That was Mac Arvidsson. He gives it up to Warwick. Warwick's 3 is no good. Defensive rebound, Arkansas Tech. Corley in transition, takes it to the rim and lays it in as Corley was able to leave his defender standing flat-footed and took it to the hole for 2 points. 4 straight out of immediate timeout by Arkansas Tech's Tyler Corley have cut the Northern State lead to 20-13. 10:24 to go in our first half. Left wing, a touch for Mac Arvidsson, who is a 6'2" junior guard from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Schreiber has it on the right baseline. Trapp gets out of it with a pass, but the layup will not go for Northern State's Bo Fries, a 6'4" freshman guard from Langford, South Dakota. They get it out to the top of the key for Mac Arvidsson, and as he was about to go up for a 3-point try, he was fouled by Arkansas Tech's Tyler Corley. Corley gets his first personal foul, team foul number 5 on Arkansas Tech, and the Wolves will throw it in from right in front of our broadcast position. Northern State shooting at the basket to our left here in the first half. They're wearing their road gold uniforms trimmed in maroon and white. The Wonder Boys wearing dark green uniforms trimmed in trimmed in gold and white, I should say. Top of the key, Darren Paterka with it for Northern State, hands it off to Warwick. 14 on the shot clock for the Wolves. Arvidsson has it on the right side, feeds it at the high post for Fries. His shot is taken away, blocked by Arkansas Tech's Thomas Alexander, and the Wonder Boys push the other direction. Tyler Corley with it on the left wing, gets a ball screen from Houghton, drives, and as he does, a foul is called on Northern State. It'll be the third team foul on the Wolves. The personal foul is assessed to Michael Schreiber. It is Schreiber's first, and he will be replaced in the Northern State lineup by Spencer Pankonen, who is back in. He was one of the starting 5 for Northern State. Spin move off the inbounds pass by Thomas Alexander. It was stripped away from him out of bounds by Darren Paterka, and the Wonder Boys will throw it in from the baseline again, this time with 27 on the shot clock. Nick Wayman is back in the game for Arkansas Tech. He plays with 2 fouls. Corley drives. 8-footer in the lane is good for Tyler Corley. Corley has scored 6 points in the last 2 minutes. He has scored the last 6 points of the game. In fact, he's the only player who has scored since the 11:24 media timeout. And because of his 6-0 run, the Wonder Boys have cut the Northern State lead to 20-15 with 9:05 remaining in the first half. Left wing Arvidsson with it for the Wolves. Gives it up top of the key for Warwick. Now they feed it at the high post for Bo Fries. In the corner it goes. Three-pointer good for Spencer Pankonen. It is his second three-pointer. He has 6 points to go along with 2 rebounds and 2 assists. His three-pointer stops the 6-0 run by Arkansas Tech and gives the Wolves a 23-15 lead. Drive by Corley. Kicks it out for Alexander. Three-pointer good. Thomas Alexander, the three-pointer from the left wing at the 8:35 mark of the first half. And the Wonder Boys are back within 5 at 23-18. Thomas Alexander with the first 3 points of his Arkansas Tech career. Top of the key, Warwick gives it up at the top for Arvidsson. Now a pass on the right wing for Peterka. Arvidsson gets it again to Warwick. He thought about a three, instead gives in the corner for Pankonen. His three is no good. The rebound is out of bounds. Last touched by Northern State, as the last man to touch it for the Wolves was Bo Fries, and the Wonder Boys will get the basketball with 8:09 remaining in the half, and Northern State leading 23-18. Schreiber is back in for Northern State. In for the first time for the Wolves is Ian Smith, a 5'10" freshman guard from Champlin Park, North Dakota. Into the front court come the Wonder Boys. Right wing, Freddie Lee open for three, and he got it. Second three-pointer for Freddie Lee. And the Wonder Boys, who have trailed by as many as 11, are now back within 2 points of the lead at 23-21. Arkansas Tech now 3 out of 6 from three-point range. These two teams are a combined 8 of 14 from beyond the arc so far, and now make it 8 of 15 as Warwick's three from the left wing rims out, and Arkansas Tech collects the defensive rebound. Corley into the front court, fouled as he drove to the basket, and we will have timeout on the floor. 7:36 remaining in the first half, and our score is Northern State 23 and Arkansas Tech 21. Back in 1 minute. This is ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. Hey, yeah. So freeze, and then I can barely hear you. Let me hear you say Spencer's last name one more time. Thank you very much. Avera Orthopedics Surgery Specialist scoreboard with 7:36 to go in the first half. Our score is Northern State 23 and Arkansas Tech 21. The Wonder Boys to this point have made 9 of 15 field goal tries. That's 60% compared to 9 of 18, 50% for Northern State. And following the under 8 media timeout, the Wonder Boys have the basketball. They have rallied from an 11-point deficit, now pull within 2 of the lead. Before the inbounds pass was made, a whistle and a foul. The foul is against Northern State. It is on Michael Schreiber. That is his second personal foul. It is team foul number 5 to catch you up on one foul for Northern State. The one right before the media timeout, it was on Ian Smith. That was his first. Drive by Corley. It was blocked as he went up for the layup. He gets his own rebound, misses a three, and the defensive rebound is taken away by Spencer Pankonen of Northern State. They push it the other way. Pollard layup good all the way to the hoop for DJ Pollard. He becomes the first player to reach double figures in scoring. 10 points for Pollard on the layup, and it's 25-21 Wolves with 7:12 to go in the first half. Drive by Freddie Lee. He sets it up for Tyrone Houghton, and Houghton flushes it home on the slam dunk. Tyrone Houghton with his first 2 points on his first field goal try, and it is 25-23, a 2-point lead for the Wolves. They try a quick answer, but the jumper is no good. Defensive rebound, Arkansas Tech. Corley in transition, stops, throws it out to Wayman. Wayman gives it on the left side for Freddie Lee. Lee for three, it is good, and with 6:43 to go in the half, the Wonder Boys of Arkansas Tech have come all the way back from an 11, I apologize, actually at one time a 12-point deficit. As I look a little further back in the play-by-play, at one point a 12-point deficit for Arkansas Tech, and the Wonder Boys have now rallied to take a 26-25 lead. Feed at the high post, taking it to the rim and missing the layup for Northern State. It was Darren Paterka, but there with the offensive rebound and the stick back, Michael Schreiber. Schreiber with 4 points, 6:14 to go in the half, and Northern State reclaims the lead at 27-26. Corley tries to answer for Tech. His three is no good. Defensive rebound, DJ Pollard. Pollard ahead on the break for Pankinen. Pankinen layup try blocked by Wayman. Defensive rebound, Arkansas Tech, but they throw it away in transition. Stolen back for Northern State by Darren Paterka. Paterka, no-look left-handed pass into the corner, received there by Pankinen, and Pankinen takes it to the rack for the layup. Layup by Spencer Pankinen. He has 8 points, and a timeout is taken by Arkansas Tech. 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the first half. Northern State 29, Arkansas Tech 26. Back in 30 seconds on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. Following the timeout called by Arkansas Tech on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard, Northern State with a 29-26 lead over Arkansas Tech, and out of that timeout, the Wonder Boys cut their deficit to a single point as Marcus Yates takes it to the basket and lays it up and in at the 5:27 mark, and that makes it 29-28, a 1-point lead again for Northern State University. Top of the key, Sky Warwick with it for the Wolves. Gives it up on the right wing for DJ Pollard. Pollard drives the baseline, able to keep his pivot foot. Throws it out in the corner, and there stepping out of bounds as he received the pass for the Wolves was Darren Paterka of Northern State. And the Wolves are guilty of the turnover. Into the front court comes Freddie Lee at the controls for Arkansas Tech. Lee is 3 out of 3 from three-point range for the Wonder Boys. Gives it up on the right side for Yates. Yates drives, misses the layup, gets his own rebound, put back no good. Wayman tries, his shot no good. Fourth try for the Wonder Boys. Yates has it on the left wing. A fresh shot clock after the offensive rebound by Bryson Fletcher. Yates throws it out front for Freddie Lee. Lee at 5'7", dribbles on the right wing, double teamed, dribbles out of it, gets into the painted area, kicks it out left side for Fletcher. Fletcher hands it off to Yates. Yates will try a long three-pointer. It is in and out, no good. Offensive rebound for Arkansas Tech, but losing it after he got it was Okafor, and then in transition, Okafor commits a foul for Arkansas Tech, as he got tangled up with Sky Warwick, and Warwick hit the deck. The foul on Okafor is his second personal, team foul number 6, and the Wolves will keep it with a fresh 30-second shot clock. Back in for the Wonder Boys is Jerry Owens, as he will replace Okafor now with his 2 fouls. 4:23 to go in the half. Northern State 29, Arkansas Tech 28. Pass on the left wing was intended for Pankinen, but it was too tall, off his fingertips and out of bounds. Turnover for Northern State. The two sides are now even at 7 turnovers apiece in this first half. And the Wonder Boys will have the basketball with a chance to reclaim the lead. We have had 2 ties so far, and we've had 4 lead changes through the first almost 16 minutes. Schreiber is back in for the Wolves in place of Justin Decker. They're trying not to have Decker play defense any more than they have to, as he already has 2 fouls. Layup try for Arkansas Tech's Jerry Owens. He was fouled on the way up. The call is against Northern State's Michael Schreiber, and that is Schreiber's 3rd personal foul with still 4:01 to go in the first half, and the Wolves will have to make a switch there, as they will go to Decker. And Justin Decker, who has 2 fouls himself, will replace Schreiber momentarily. At the free throw line for the Wonder Boys, and missing the first try, it is Jerry Owens. Owens is a 6'9" junior forward for the Wonder Boys out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Owens comes to Arkansas Tech from Redlands Community College. missed the first free throw. His second one is good. And with 4:01 to go in the first half, we have forged our third tie of the evening, this time at 29 apiece on the Owens free throw. A little bit of light full court pressure by Arkansas Tech. The Wolves will be able to negotiate it. Into the front court, DJ Pollard on the dribble. He hands it off to Sky Warwick, and the senior guard out of Rapid City will set the offense for the Wolves. Warwick dribbles to the right wing, throws it out to the top of the keeper, Peterka. Peterka looks at a 2-3 zone defense from Arkansas Tech, 7 to shoot. Pass was deflected by Arkansas Tech, and then it got a piece of DJ Pollard on the way out of bounds, so the Wonder Boys will have it when we come back. With 3:35 remaining in the first half on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard, it's Arkansas Tech 29 and Northern State 29. Back in 1 minute on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. It has been a pretty fine exhibition of shooting so far here tonight, especially for a season opener between these two teams. I guess that's what you'd expect from two programs that were in the NCAA tournament a year ago, the Wonder Boys and the Wolves, both 12 of 24 from the field so far, both shooting 50% through the first 16 and a half minutes. Wonder Boys with the basketball out of media timeout. Alley-oop is unsuccessful as the slam dunk try by Thomas Alexander was no good, and then in transition a foul called against Arkansas Tech as Marcus Yates picks up his first personal foul, team foul number 7, and that means it's the 1-and-1 for DJ Pollard. Pollard at the free throw line for the first time tonight. He has 10 points so far, 4 out of 6 from the field overall, including 2 out of 2 from three-point range. He has 3 rebounds thus far for the Wolves. The front end of the 1-and-1 for Pollard is on its way, and it is good. Pollard, a year ago, was a 76% free throw shooter. He made 105 of his 138 attempts from the free throw line a year ago, while helping the Wolves go 23-9 and reach the first round of the NCAA tournament. His second free throw on its way is also good. 12 first half points for DJ Pollard and a 31-29 lead for Northern State. Quick counterattack for the Wonder Boys leads to a wide open layup for Jerry Owens. Owens with his first field goal, he has 3 points, and the score is tied at 31 apiece. 3:06 to go in the first half. Right side on the dribble is Mac Arvidsson. Now Warwick gets it at the top of the key, gives it at the high post for Peterka. Peterka down low, layup try was no good for Pankinen, but Pankinen sticks with it, and on the second try he scores. Pankinen reaches double figures. He has 10 points, and the Wolves back in front 33-31 on the Pankinen putback. Right corner 3, no good for Alexander of Arkansas Tech, and on the rebound, Nick Wayman picked up his third personal foul for a push. And it will be a 1-and-1 on the other end for the Wolves, and that's bad news for Arkansas Tech. Their most veteran player, Nick Wayman, has 3 fouls at the 2:39 mark of the first half, and some changes for the Wonder Boys, as Wayman will have to check out with his foul trouble. In for the first time for Arkansas Tech is Mason Klein, a 6'4" freshman guard out of Springdale, Arkansas, where he attended Harbor High School. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good for Pollard. Offensive rebound, though, for Northern State. It leads to a Warwick three, no good from the right wing. Defensive rebound, Thomas Alexander of Arkansas Tech. In transition, Corley to the rim. No, he did not draw the foul. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Wolves. And the Wonder Boys will keep it with 25 on the shot clock. 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the first half. Inbounds pass comes to Alexander. Left-handed shot good. Nifty move in the painted area by Thomas Alexander. He hits the left-handed turnaround from 8 feet and ties the score at 33 apiece with 2:18 to go until the intermission. Alexander with 5 points. He's 2 out of 6 from the field for the Wonder Boys. Top of the key, Pollard penetrates, kicks it out on the right side. Three-pointer on the way and good for Mac Arvidsson. Arvidsson with his first 3 points of the game on his first field goal try, and Northern State reclaims the lead at 36-33. Three-point try on the way and no good for Owens of Arkansas Tech, and Warwick clears the defensive glass for Northern State. Warwick with his second rebound. They feed it at the high post for Paterka. Paterka drives, gets to the rim, left-handed layup, no good. Rebound, Paterka got his own. Follow shot is good, and a foul. The foul will be on Jerry Owens, his first, and it'll be a three-point play opportunity for Northern State's Darren Paterka as he was able to clean up his own miss, get the putback, and draw the foul. First 2 points of the night for Darren Paterka. Although much of the Northern State offense has been routed through him at the high post as Northern State has attacked the Arkansas Tech zone defense through the high post, and it has yielded some results for the Wolves. The free throw try on its way and good, as Paterka completes the three-point play with 1:35 to go in the half. And 6 straight points by Northern State have allowed the Wolves to open up a 39-33 lead, but not for long. On the other end, Thomas Alexander drives from the left wing, lays it up and in for Arkansas Tech. Alexander has 7 points, and it's 39-35, a 4-point lead now for the Wolves. 1:10 to go in the half. 2-3 zone defense again for Arkansas Tech. Ian Smith with it, gives it in the right corner, gets it right back. They feed it down low to an open Paterka, but his shot is rejected by Jerry Owens, who recovered defensively. Ahead it goes to Corley, and he will be fouled on the floor with 57.1 seconds left in the half. The foul is on Ian Smith. It is his second personal. Team foul number 7. And heading to the free throw line to shoot to shoot 1-and-1 for Arkansas Tech, it will be Tyler Corley. Corley is a transfer from Mississippi Valley State University in Itta Bena, Mississippi. Into the game for Arkansas Tech is DeChriston McKinney. For the Wolves right now, it is Warwick along with Freeze. Paterka is in the lineup, as is Arvidsson. And the 5th member of the lineup right now for Northern State is Spencer Pankinen. And the front end of the 1-and-1 is no good, rebounded by Northern State. And the Wolves will go to work with now 23 on the shot clock and 49 seconds left in the half. They get it down low for Pankinen. His layup is no good, but he was fouled as Pankinen used the ball fake to get his defender in the air and then went up to draw the foul. The call against Arkansas Tech is on DeChriston McKinney. It is McKinney's first, and it'll be 2 shots for Northern State's Spencer Pankinen. That is team foul number 10 in this first half against Arkansas Tech. Pankinen at the line. The first one is good. Pankinen was a 53% free throw shooter a year ago. He appeared in all 32 games for the Wolves a year ago, averaged 11.3 minutes per game. His role looks to be much increased for Northern State this season. Misses the second free throw, so he went 1 for 2. And it is 40-35, a 5-point lead for Northern State with 33 seconds left in the first half. Freddie Lee dribbles to the left side, gives it up on the wing for Corley. Corley defended by Mac Arvidsson. Dribbles to the top of the key, bounce pass for Klein for 3, no good. Defensive rebound, Sky Warwick. And now Northern State is likely to hold for the final shot of this first half. Sky Warwick across the timeline. The shot clock is off. 12 seconds remaining until halftime. Warwick dribbles to the right wing. Warwick with 6 seconds left in the half gives it up to Arvidsson. Arvidsson back to Warwick. Long three-pointer is short. No good. Rebound Arkansas Tech. And that is the end of the first half in Russellville, Arkansas, where on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard at halftime, it's Northern State University 40 and Arkansas Tech University 35 back in 3 minutes. This is ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. Welcome back to Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, Arkansas, where we are at halftime of tonight's season-opening men's basketball game for Arkansas Tech University and Northern State University. And so far, it is the Wolves of Northern State with a 40-35 lead over the Wonder Boys of Arkansas Tech University. Time now for the halftime stats, which are brought to you by Dr. Elizabeth Falk Schwab of Schwab Audiology. If you or someone you love is struggling with hearing loss, call 725-4455 at Schwab Audiology. They're all ears. A look at the numbers from the first half. Northern State 15 of 31 from the field. That's 48%. The Wolves have made 6 of 12 from three-point range, 50%, and they are 4 out of 6, 67% at the free throw line. Arkansas Tech also 15 of 31 from the field, 48%. The Wonder Boys 4 of 13 from three-point range. That's 31%. And Arkansas Tech just 1 out of 3, 33% at the free throw line. The Wolves with a narrow 18-17 rebounding edge. Northern State with 8 assists and 8 turnovers. They've made 5 steals. Arkansas Tech with 4 assists and 8 turnovers and 3 steals thus far for Arkansas Tech defensively. Taking a look at the individual leaders from the first half, DJ Pollard had 12 points for Northern State. Spencer Pankinen with 11 points for the Wolves. Those are the only 2 Northern State players in double figures so far. Sky Warwick has 5 points for Northern State. Michael Schreiber with 4. 3 points apiece for Darren Paterka and Mac Arvidsson. And 2 points in the first half for Justin Decker, who was limited to just 5 minutes of playing time due to foul difficulty. For Arkansas Tech, balanced scoring for the Wonder Boys. Freddie Lee off the bench with 9 points and 2 assists for Arkansas Tech. Thomas Alexander has 7 points. 6 points apiece for Tyler Corley and Marcus Yates. 3 points for Jerry Owens and 2 points apiece for Toby Okafor and Tyrone Houghton. It is Northern State 40 and Arkansas Tech 35 at halftime. Those are the halftime stats brought to you by Dr. Elizabeth Falk Schwab of Schwab Audiology. A reminder, if you or someone you love is struggling with hearing loss, call 725-4455 at Schwab Audiology. They are all ears. We will break for 3 minutes and then take a look ahead to what else is to come this weekend at the Great American Conference Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference crossover here in Russellville, Arkansas. That's in 3 minutes. Northern State leads 40-35. This is ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. back in Russellville, Arkansas, where on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard, Northern State has a 40-35 lead over the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys at halftime. I am compelled to share with those of you listening back in Aberdeen, South Dakota, the story of the Wonder Boy. That may strike you as an unusual nickname, but it's a very big part of Arkansas Tech history. It dates all the way back to 1920, and that is when the nickname Wonder Boys was first used as a proper noun in a newspaper article, the Arkansas Gazette, which at one time was the oldest newspaper west of the Mississippi, and the Arkansas Gazette used Wonder Boys as a proper noun in a headline following an Arkansas Tech victory over what was then Henderson Brown College. It's now Henderson State University, and the Wonder Boys won that game 13-0. The best player on that team was a man named John Tucker. He was the quarterback for the Arkansas Tech Aggies, as they were known then, and he came to be known as the original Wonder Boy. And you may have noted that the name of the building that we're broadcasting from tonight is Tucker Coliseum, and that's because not only was John Tucker a great football player here at Arkansas Tech, he went on to be an excellent chemistry teacher, an excellent individual in student affairs, and in athletics. He was the longtime head football coach here and won multiple conference championships as the head football coach here, and he was associated with Arkansas Tech from 1925 until 1972 as a coach, teacher, and administrator. And now two buildings on our campus, Tucker Coliseum and Tucker Residence Hall, are named in memory of the original Wonder Boy, John Tucker. And I appreciate those of you back in Aberdeen allowing me the opportunity to share that little bit of Arkansas Tech history with you. Taking a look ahead to what else will come in this GAC-NSIC crossover classic this weekend here in Russellville, Arkansas. Game 2 coming up a little bit later this evening. You can watch the video feed at ArkansasTechSports.com as Harding University of Searcy, Arkansas will take on Minnesota State Moorhead. The Dragons of Minnesota State Moorhead got a little bit of a head start on the season. They played in a classic out in Los Angeles, California at the end of October and the beginning of November, and Minnesota State Moorhead won 2 out of 3 games in that event, and so they come in with a record of 2-1 after they won the NCAA Division II Central Region title and made it to the national quarterfinals a year ago. The Dragons 35-4 one season ago, and they will take on a Harding team that was just 14-14 overall last year, but the Bisons have everyone back, and they are the preseason favorites to win the Great American Conference Championship this year, and so that will be a dandy of a ball game coming up at approximately 7:30, and we encourage all of you, whether you're watching on ArkansasTechSports.com or listening over the Wolves Radio Network, to check that one out later tonight at ArkansasTechSports.com. But we've still got 20 minutes left in this one. Northern State 40, Arkansas Tech 35, back in 3 minutes with the second half on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. Welcome back to Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, Arkansas, where as we begin the second half, the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard reads Northern State 40 and Arkansas Tech 35. Glad that you were with us tonight, whether you're with us over the Wolves Radio Network or at ArkansasTechSports.com. Glad to have you along for the ride tonight as these two teams with high hopes this season both get their 2015-2016 men's basketball seasons underway. Northern State will have the basketball first to begin the second half. DJ Pollard brings it into the front court. The Wonder Boys show a 2-3 zone defense. They're really mixing it up at the top of the key, trying to trap the basketball. Pollard gives it inside the lane. Short jumper up and good for Justin Decker. Decker, who was limited in the first half by foul trouble, gets the first 2 points of the second half, and Northern State leads it 42-35 with 19:35 remaining. Wide open three for Arkansas Tech's Thomas Alexander, and he got it. Alexander with 10 points for the Wonder Boys as he was able to dribble right, shed his defender, and that left him all alone for the three from just left of center at the top of the key. 42-38 is the Northern State lead. Warwick gives it up in the left wing for Pollard. 2-3 zone defense for Tech. Pollard wants to drive, gets into the lane. Floater is blocked. Rejected for Arkansas Tech by Houghton. Follow-up three for Northern State is no good, and Thomas Alexander has the defensive rebound for Arkansas Tech. Into the front court, gives it up to his point guard, Tyler Corley. Corley, the transfer from Mississippi Valley State, wants to drive, gets into the lane, gives it up to Houghton, and Houghton's shot from left of the goal is blocked. And I believe there was a foul against Northern State, and now we'll see what else. I know there was a foul against Northern State on the shot try by Arkansas Tech's Tyrone Houghton, and then I believe that a Wonder Boy may have gotten a technical foul in the follow-up to that play. We'll find out momentarily. So the common foul is on Northern State's Justin Decker. That is his third personal foul. And then a dead ball contact technical foul is against Arkansas Tech. The foul on the Wonder Boys is, I believe, going to be assessed to Tyrone Houghton. We will wait and verify that momentarily. There is the personal foul on Decker. And then the technical foul is on Tyrone Houghton. It is his second personal foul, so Houghton will shoot the two shots for the common foul. First one is on its way and no good for Tyrone. Houghton is a 6'9" junior forward from Miami, Florida. He is a transfer from Pittsburgh University. His second free throw try is good. He goes 1 for 2 from the line. Houghton gets his third point of the game. 18:47 remaining. He cuts the Northern State lead for the moment to 42-39. Houghton checks out, replaced for Arkansas Tech by DeChriston McKinney. On the other end now, Sky Warwick is shooting the technical foul shots for Northern State. He made the first one. His second one is up and also good. Warwick now with 7 points. Those were his first 2 free throw tries of the night. He was an 82% free throw shooter a year ago. So Warwick gets them both. And out of that exchange of fouls, the Wolves come out +1 on the scoreboard. It's now 44-39, a 5-point lead for the Wolves, and they have the basketball. Top of the key, catch made there for Northern State by Paterka. He dribbles left, hands it off to Warwick. Warwick with 21 to shoot. Gives it up on the right side for DJ Pollard. Pollard and Warwick playing catch at the top of the key. They get it inside the painted area to Paterka. His 10-foot jumper is good as they again attack that zone defense right down the middle, and it results in the jumper for Paterka. Paterka has 5 points, 46-39 Northern State drive, and a held ball is called between Thomas Alexander of Arkansas Tech and Darren Paterka of Northern State. The possession arrow favors the Wonder Boys, and they will throw it in from the baseline with 22 on the shot clock. It will be Tyler Corley to throw it in. Gets it into McKinney, then gets it right back. Corley dribbles right, gets inside the lane, loses his dribble, able to scoop it out to Alexander, but it's stolen away by Peterka. 2-on-1 break, Peterka layup, no good. Pollard with the follow, no good, and he was fouled. DJ Pollard will shoot 2. The foul on Arkansas Tech is on Tyler Corley. It is his second personal foul, team foul number 3, and DJ Pollard heads to the free throw line for Northern State. Momentarily, Freddie Lee and Jerry Owens will return to the Arkansas Tech lineup. The first of 2 shots for Pollard is on its way and good. That is his 13th point of the game. He's now 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. Corley and Toby Okafor both check out for the Wonder Boys as DJ Pollard prepares to shoot for his 14th point of the game. It comes at the 18:05 mark of the second half. It is no good, and the defensive rebound is collected by Jerry Owens of Arkansas Tech. Now 47-39, an 8-point lead for Northern State as they have scored the last 5 points. In the lane, left-handed layup is good for DeChristian McKinney of Arkansas Tech. McKinney with his first 2 points, 17:49 remaining, and it's 47-41, a 6-point lead for Northern State. Right side Pollard, 2-3 zone defense for the Wonder Boys as it has been all night long. Right baseline Decker, 18-foot jumper good for Justin Decker. He has 6 points. He's 3 out of 3 from the field, and it's 49-41, an 8-point lead for the Wolves. Left side, Marquis Yates. He drives, bounce pass out to Freddie Lee. Lee penetrates, stops at the free throw line, gives it to Alexander for 3, no good. Rebound Northern State. Sky Warwick got it. It's 4-on-3 the other way. Warwick to the free throw line, stops, dishes out, gets it back. Warwick for 3, no good. Rebound, a whistle, and we're going to have a foul against Arkansas Tech as the Wonder Boys' Jerry Owens pushed Northern State's Justin Decker to the floor. And the basketball will stay with the Wolves. They'll have a fresh shot clock. The foul on Arkansas Tech's Jerry Owens is his second personal. Warwick throws it in for the Wolves, gets it in top of the key. Pass received by Pankinen. Now Warwick on the left wing, 15-foot jumper, good for Sky Warwick. Warwick with 9 points. He's 3 out of 7 from the field. 16:54 remaining, and the Wolves' lead is back into double figures at 51-41, a 10-point spread. Freddie Lee, bounce pass on the right wing for Thomas Alexander. Gets it right back. 18 to shoot. Warwick with the defense on Lee. Lee uses a ball screen, gets into the paint, kicks it out for Alexander. Alexander whips it on to Yates, and a moving screen against Arkansas Tech as Freddie Lee set a moving screen for the Wonder Boys. It is his first personal foul. Team foul number 5 this half on the Wonder Boys. And Arkansas Tech will make some changes as Alexander checks out along with Jerry Owens. Back into the game is Toby Okafor for the Wonder Boys. And also back in for Arkansas Tech, Bryson Fletcher. It's Fletcher, Lee, Yates, along with Okafor and McKinney for Arkansas Tech. It is Warwick, Pollard, and then Peterka, along with Pankinen and Schreiber for Northern State. Schreiber with it in the low post, backs his defender down, shot blocked. Pollard offensive rebound, his shot is blocked, rebounded Fletcher as Arkansas Tech's Toby Okafor blocked 2 shots that trip down the floor. Now a 3-pointer no good by Yates, and then on the rebound, a whistle and a foul against Arkansas Tech, I should say. I thought it was going to be on the Wolves. Instead, it is a pushing foul against Arkansas Tech's Toby Okafor. That is Okafor's 3rd personal, team foul number 6. And the Wolves make a change as Peterka is out, and he is replaced by Mac Arvidsson. Some full court pressure by the Wonder Boys. 16 minutes remaining. Northern State with the ball and a 51-41 lead. Warwick into the front court. Gives it up on the left wing for Pollard. Feed into the low post for Schreiber. Quickly out to Warwick. He whips it on to Arvidsson. Arvidsson with it on the right wing with 11 to shoot. Gives it out front for Warwick. Warwick back to Arvidsson. Arvidsson to Warwick. 5 to shoot. Arvidsson again. Arvidsson left-handed dribble. Gives to Warwick from 32 feet. No good. Rebound Arkansas Tech. Freddie Lee got it. Lee ahead to Yates. Marquis Yates wants to drive. cannot do so. Excellent defense by DJ Pollard. Yates drives the baseline, and as he does, a whistle and a foul against Northern State. The foul on the Wolves is on Michael Schreiber, and that is his 4th personal foul. Timeout at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, Arkansas. 15:21 remaining, and on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard, it's Northern State 51, Arkansas Tech 41. Back in 1 minute on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. If you wanted to point to a difference in this game so far, the assist-to-turnover ratio would be a pretty good place to start. Northern State with 11 assists compared to 8 turnovers. Arkansas Tech with just 4 assists compared to 9 turnovers. And that combination of numbers is a big reason why Northern State enjoys a 51-41 lead with 15:21 remaining. A whistle, and before the shot, a foul. The foul will be against Northern State's DJ Pollard. It is his first personal foul. It is team foul number 3 this half on the Wolves, and it will send Arkansas Tech's Marquis Yates to the free throw line for a 2-shot opportunity. Marquis Yates' first try is good. Yates wears number 24 for the Wonder Boys, a 6'6" junior forward. He transferred in from Highland Community College in Kansas. Made the first one. His second try with 15:18 remaining is good. Yates now with 8 points for Arkansas Tech as he gets both of those free throws. The Wonder Boys now 4 out of 7 from the free throw line tonight. And with 15:15 to go, Northern State has the ball and a 51-43 lead over the Wonder Boys of Arkansas Tech. Mac Arvidsson with the basketball for the Wolves. They're really working a long way from the basket, playing catch out 30 and 35 feet away from the rim. Arvidsson and Warwick are the two parties in the game of catch. Warwick will try from 28 feet, three-pointer no good. Defensive rebound for Arkansas Tech by Toby Okafor. Into the front court, Freddie Lee. Lee dribbles on the right wing. Here comes a ball screen, giving it up on the pick and roll to Okafor. Okafor drives, layup good. Toby Okafor with 4 points for Arkansas Tech. 4 in a row for the Wonder Boys out of the media timeout. And the Northern State lead has been cut to 51-45 with 14:26 remaining. Top of the key. Arvidsson with it for the Wolves. Shot clock at 13 as Warwick gets it. Warwick dribbles right. Warwick bounce pass in the corner. Three-point try on the way and not there for Spencer Pankinen. Defensive rebound by Arkansas Tech. Bryson Fletcher cleared the glass. Takes it the other way. Gives to Freddie Lee. Lee in the corner for Alexander. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Northern State. Coming away with the loose ball was Spencer Pankinen. Pankinen gets his 4th rebound. Wolves into the front court up by 6 with 13:51 to go, and they want a timeout. We will take a 30-second break with them on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. On the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard, it's Northern State 51 and Arkansas Tech 45 with 13 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the second half. For those of you watching on ArkansasTechSports.com, a reminder that the Wonder Boys will be back in action tomorrow night at 7 p.m. against Minnesota State Moorhead. You'll be able to watch that game on ArkansasTechSports.com or listen to it in the Russellville, Arkansas area on KCJC 102.3 FM. For our listeners up in Aberdeen, South Dakota, your broadcast tomorrow here on the Wolves Radio Network will be brought to you by Mr. Steve Glenn. That'll be a 5 p.m. tip-off for the Wolves as they will take on the Harding University Bisons out of Searcy, Arkansas. That's the lineup for tomorrow here on day 2 of the GAC-NSIC crossover. Northern State with the basketball. Warwick for 3. It's good. Warwick off a bounce pass from Paterka hits the three-pointer in the left corner. Warwick now with 12 points, and it's a 54-45 lead for Northern State with 13:31 remaining. Top of the key, Alexander drives into the paint, a whistle, and an offensive foul against Arkansas Tech as Thomas Alexander called for the charge. It'll be his first personal foul. It is team foul number 6, and the basketball will belong to Northern State with 13:26 remaining. It'll go into the books as turnover number 10 for Arkansas Tech. Both teams have done an above-average job protecting the basketball for a season opener. I say the 10 turnovers for Arkansas Tech. Northern State has just 8. Right wing on the dribble, DJ Pollard. Gives it out the top of the key. Pass received there by Darren Paterka. Paterka back to Pollard. Pollard lost the handle. Ball goes out of bounds deep in the far corner, and they say that it was last touched by Arkansas Tech as Christian McKinney tried to save it for the Wonder Boys. Could not do so, and Northern State will throw it in from the far corner with 12 to shoot. Warwick gets it right back from Pollard and hits the 3. Warwick from the same spot has hit back-to-back trays for Northern State. And as we go under 13 minutes remaining, Northern State has opened up a 57-45 lead, courtesy of those back-to-back threes by Sky Warwick. Warwick now with 15 points. And this matches the biggest lead so far for Northern State. Drive down the baseline, Alexander, layup good for Arkansas Tech. Thomas Alexander has 12 points for the Wonder Boys, and it's 57-47, a 10-point lead for the Northern State Wolves. Top of the key on the dribble, Darren Paterka. Paterka wants to drive, gets 8 feet from the basket and misses the bank shot. It went halfway down and came back out. Toby Okafor gets his 3rd rebound of the game for the Wonder Boys. Arkansas Tech in transition. Alexander dribbles, and as he does, a foul against Northern State's DJ Pollard. Pollard gets his 2nd, the team's 4th of the second half. Back in for Arkansas Tech, Tyler Corley and Nick Raymond. Checking out for the Wonder Boys, Bryson Fletcher to Christian McKinney, and now also Toby Okafor as Jerry Owens returns to the floor for the Wonder Boys. Let's reset the lineup for Northern State as they have made some changes as well. Darren Paterka is still in along with Sky Warwick. Also in the game for Northern State is Spencer Pankinen as Alexander shoots a long 2. It is no good, out of bounds, and Northern State will get the basketball. The other 2 participants at the moment for the Wolves are Justin Decker and Mac Arvidsson. 12:06 remaining in the game. Northern State with the basketball and a 57-47 lead in the season opener for the 2015-16 campaign for both of these teams. Drive and a kick out for Warwick. Warwick thought about a 3 off the feed from Paterka, passed it up. Now gives to Paterka. Paterka to Pankinen. Pankinen tried to feed it for Decker, but he wasn't ready. Stolen away by Alexander. Alexander 1-on-2 goes in and draws a blocking foul against the Wolves. The foul on Northern State will be called against Sky Warwick. That is his first. It's the team's 5th, and we have timeout on the floor. 11:44 remaining in the second half on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard. It's Northern State 57, Arkansas Tech 47. Back in 1 minute on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. 11 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second half. Northern State 57 and Arkansas Tech 47. So far this half, Northern State is 6 of 15 from the field, 40%. Arkansas Tech 4 out of 8 from the field this half, 50%. Alley-oop from Freddie Lee to Arkansas Tech's Jerry Owens results in a slam dunk for the Wonder Boys out of the media timeout. 11:35 remaining, and it's 57-49 on the Owens dunk. Jerry Owens now with 5 points for the Wonder Boys. He's 2 out of 3 from the field. Top of the key, Warwick for 3, good. Sky Warwick feeling it in the second half. That is his 4th three-pointer of the game. 3 of them have come since halftime, and he gives the Wolves a 60-49 lead with 11:09 remaining. Corley with it, top of the key for Arkansas Tech. Bounce pass to Owens. Owens will try a 3. It is good. Jerry Owens from the top of the key at 6'9", hits the three-pointer, and it's 60-52. The Wonder Boys within 8, thanks to 5 straight Arkansas Tech points from Jerry Owens. 10:46 remaining in Russellville, Arkansas. Glad you're with us tonight on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. Right wing catch made by Pankinen. Out it goes to Peterka. Now left side Arvidsson. Arvidsson with 5 to shoot. Gives it back on the right side for Peterka. And a bad foul committed by Arkansas Tech. 21 feet from the basket with 3 seconds on the shot clock. The foul on Thomas Alexander is his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 7, and so that only compounds the error. And it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Northern State with 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And those are definitely the kind of learning and teachable and coachable moments that you get in the season opener. At the free throw line for Northern State, it is Peterka. The front end of the 1-and-1 is good for the left-hander. He is now 2 out of 2 from the line tonight. That is 6 points for Peterka. He was a 68% free throw shooter a year ago for the Wolves. His 2nd try to push the Northern State lead back into double figures. This time it is no good. On the rebound, Marquise Yates got it for the Wonder Boys, and it was stripped away from him out of bounds, so Arkansas Tech will keep it with 10:27 remaining. Now 61-52 after Peterka went 1 out of 2 at the free throw line for Northern State. Right side, Yates has it for Arkansas Tech. Yates wants to drive, gets to the right baseline, cut off there by Peterka. Pass out to the perimeter, deflected. Freddie Lee saves it for the Wonder Boys. Lee drives, layup off glass, no good. Rebound, Lee got his own, throws it out to Yates, open for 3, no good. Back iron, long rebound. Corley gets it for Tech, left-handed layup, no good. Rebound, Wonder Boys. Owens goes up, and on the 4th shot of the possession, Jerry Owens draws a foul, and he will shoot 2. The foul on Northern State is on Justin Decker. That is his 4th personal foul, team foul number 6. And Owens will shoot 2 for Arkansas Tech. Owens has 8 points and 2 rebounds tonight. He is 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. The first of 2 for the Tulsa, Oklahoma product forthcoming. The first one is good for Owens. Back in for Northern State are Spencer Pankinen and DJ Pollard, as Bo Freeze checks out after a brief appearance, and Justin Decker is out with 4 fouls. Bryson Fletcher is back in for Arkansas Tech in place of Freddie Lee. Owens' 2nd free throw is no good. Rebound out of bounds, and the Wonder Boys touched it last. So Northern State will have it with 9:57 remaining, and the Wolves leading 61-53. Into the front court for Northern State comes Darren Peterka. Gives it up out front for DJ Pollard. Pollard dribbles right. Arkansas Tech in a zone defensive look. Matching up out of it now. 13 on the shot clock. Top of the key, Pollard. Pollard hands it off to Warwick. Warwick feeds in the low post, and as Spencer Pankinen was receiving the pass, he was fouled from behind, pushed by Tyler Corley. It is Corley's 3rd, the team's 8th, and thus a 1-and-1 opportunity for Spencer Pankinen, the senior out of Lakeville, Minnesota. Pankinen has 11 points tonight, one of 3 Wolves in double figures in scoring. He's 1 out of 2 at the line, and now 2 out of 3 as he makes the front end of the 1-1. Thomas Alexander in, Bryson Fletcher out for Arkansas Tech. 9:34 to go. A second free throw forthcoming for Spencer Pankinen. This to make it a 10-point lead for the Wolves. It is short, no good. Rebound, out of bounds. Last touched by Darren Paterka of Northern State. And the Wonder Boys will have it with 9:34 remaining, down by 9. Corley, Wayman, Owens, Yates, and Alexander are the 5 contestants for Arkansas Tech. Top of the key, Yates with it for the Wonder Boys. Marquise Yates dribbles right, and as he does, a whistle and a foul called against DJ Pollard. Pollard was trying to go over a screen that was being set by Jerry Owens, and in that process, he used his knee to move the Arkansas Tech screener. And so Pollard picks up his 3rd personal foul, team foul number 7. And Marquise Yates heads to the free throw line for the Wonder Boys. Yates is 2 out of 2 from the line tonight. He has 8 points and 3 rebounds. Front end off the back iron, no good. But an offensive rebound for Arkansas Tech. Tyler Corley controls it for the Wonder Boys. He drives, layup blocked. Offensive rebound, though, out to Yates. Yates feeds it in the low post for Toby Okafor. Okafor couldn't handle it between his legs and out of bounds, and the Wonder Boys have committed their 11th turnover. 9:10 remaining. Northern State leading 62-53. A drive by Paterka. Layup goes for Darren Paterka. 8 points for Paterka, and as we go under 9 minutes remaining, it's an 11-point lead for Northern State at 64-53. Corley with it on the left wing for Arkansas Tech. Corley wants to drive, gets into the lane, and as he does, a whistle and a foul on the floor against Northern State Sky Warwick for a hand check. It is his 2nd. It is team foul number 8. The 2 teams now even in that regard in the second half. And Tyler Corley will head to the free throw line where he is 0 for 1 so far tonight. 6 points for Corley, the 5'10 junior guard out of Indianapolis, Indiana. The front end of the 1-1 is no good, and Thomas Alexander deflected the rebound out of bounds, so Northern State will have it with 8:44 remaining. Northern State jumped out to an early 18-6 lead. The Wonder Boys rallied, went on a 20-7 run, briefly took the lead at 26-25, just past the midpoint of the first half, but Northern State came back to take a 40-35 lead at halftime. Drive by Pollard, floater in the lane is good at the 8:35 mark. It's 66-53, and that is now the biggest lead of the evening for Northern State. It comes on the Pollard floater from 8 feet in the lane at the 8:35 mark. Wayman's 3 on the other end, no good. Putback is there for Thomas Alexander. 5th rebound of the night for Alexander. He has 14 points, 8:14 remaining, and the Wonder Boys are down by 11, 66-55. Top of the key, Sky Warwick with it for Northern State. Gives it up on the right wing for Paterka, gets it back. 14 to shoot. Next dead ball will be a media timeout. Top of the key, drive, left-handed shot is not there for Paterka. Rebound Northern State, and a whistle and a foul. Based on the reaction, I think the foul is on the Wolves. The foul will be against Darren Paterka of Northern State. It is his 1st. It is the team's 9th, and we have timeout on the floor. 7:49 remaining second half on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard. It's Northern State 66, Arkansas Tech 55, back in 1 minute, plus a station ID on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. 7 minutes and 49 seconds remaining at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, Arkansas. Northern State 66 and Arkansas Tech 55 out of the timeout. Nick Wayman is at the line for Arkansas Tech. It is his first trip to the line tonight. The front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. And Northern State clears the defensive rebound courtesy of Spencer Pankinen. Top of the key, Peterka with it, gives it up to Pollard. Now left side for Mac Arvidsson. Arvidsson takes a pass to his left, dribbles to his right, gives it up to Warwick. Warwick dribbles left, gives it back to Arvidsson. Thought about a three. Instead in the corner to Peterka. 10 to shoot. They feed it in the low post for Pollard. Out it goes to Peterka for three, no good. Rebound, Arkansas Tech. Freddie Lee gets it with 7:22 remaining. A chance for the Wonder Boys to cut their deficit into single digits. Freddie Lee dribbles on the left wing. Gets a ball screen. Dribbles to his right. Gets into the lane. 12-foot jumper. Good. Freddie Lee freed up by the Toby Okafor pick. Takes it into the lane and hits. 7:08 remaining. 66-57. Wonder Boys within 9 as Freddie Lee is into double figures in his collegiate debut with 11 points. He's 4 out of 5 from the field. Peterka at the high post, makes the catch, tries to drive, and as he got about 6 feet from the basket, he encountered Toby Okafor, all 6'11" of him. That caused him to shuffle his feet. Peterka turns it over. Only the 10th turnover now for Northern State, and the Wonder Boys have it with 6:52 remaining, trailing 66-57. Into the front court comes Freddie Lee as Arkansas Tech head coach Chad Klein calls the play from the bench. Klein in his second season as the Arkansas Tech head coach. Prior to that, he was the assistant coach here for the Wonder Boys. A foul on Northern State is on Spencer Pankinen. It is his first. Team foul number 10, and so the Wonder Boys will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. And Nick Wayman will toe the stripe where he is 0 for 1 so far tonight. First one on its way and good for the senior out of Valley Springs, Arkansas. Wayman was an 82% free throw shooter a year ago. He made 54 out of 66 from the line during the 2014-2015 season. His second try is good. And with 6:45 remaining at 66-59, a 7-point lead for Northern State. The Wonder Boys trying to inch back into it. This is now a 6-0 run for the Wonder Boys, albeit it's been spread out over about 3 minutes. Top of the key, Pollard. Gives it up to Warwick. Warwick dribbles 35 feet from the basket. Gives it across to Pollard. Skip pass in the corner. Received by Pankinen. Pankinen feeds it down low for Schreiber. Schreiber back out to Pankinen. Pankinen a bounce pass on the baseline. Found Peterka. Peterka to Schreiber. Out to Pankinen for three with 1 on the shot clock. It's no good from the top of the key for Spencer Pankinen. And Arkansas Tech has the defensive rebound. Yates in transition. Drives on Pollard to the rim. Layup no good. Yates follows and gets. Marquise Yates with the follow of his own miss. The Wonder Boys have scored 8 straight points, and it's 66-61, a 5-point lead for Northern State as we go under 6 minutes remaining. Top of the key on the dribble, Warwick. Gives it out to Pollard. Northern State has become increasingly passive offensively as the second half has worn on. Left elbow pass received by Peterka. Out it goes to Warwick. Warwick with 8 to shoot. Bounce pass in the corner for Pankinen. 5 to shoot. Back to Warwick. Warwick from 25 feet. No good. Rebound. Arkansas Tech. Freddie Lee gets it thanks to a Toby Okafor box out. In transition, Yates for three. Good! Marquise Yates from the left wing at the 5:22 mark cuts the Northern State lead to 66-64 as the Wonder Boys have now rattled off 11 unanswered points, and Northern State wants a timeout, and this Tucker Coliseum crowd cheers its Wonder Boys with 5:11 to go on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard. It's Northern State 66, Arkansas Tech 64, back in 30 seconds on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. Northern State mired in a scoreless drought of 3 minutes and 25 seconds. They've missed their last 4 field goal tries. Meanwhile, Arkansas Tech has made 4 out of its last 5 to go on an 11-0 run over the last 3 minutes and 7 seconds, and it has pulled the Wonder Boys back within 2. A drive for Northern State by Darren Paterka, and a foul is called against Arkansas Tech. I think they're going to count the basket. They are. A little continuation there for Darren Paterka, as it looked like he was fouled on the floor by Arkansas Tech's Bryson Fletcher, but they give him the basket on a 6-foot runner in the left side of the lane at the 5:03 mark. It makes it 68-64. And now Darren Paterka will try to complete the three-point play, as he will shoot for his 11th point of the game. He has become the 4th Wolf to reach double figures in scoring. He makes the free throw. A three-point play out of the timeout for Paterka. And it's 69-64 Northern State with 4:56 remaining. Yates with it, top of the key for Arkansas Tech. Double team, looking for the open man, gives it to Owens. Owens for 3, good. Jerry Owens with his second three-pointer of the second half, and it's 69-67. The Wonder Boys right back within 2 of the lead. We're down to 4:39 remaining at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, Arkansas. 2 teams that played in the NCAA tournament last year. 2 teams that want to go back there in 2016, and this is an in-region game. It's a big one, even though it's the season opener. A steal by Bryson Fletcher, and he lays it in on the other end. Fletcher with the steal and the layup for Arkansas Tech, and he has tied the score at 69 apiece with 4:24 remaining. The Wonder Boys have come all the way back from a 13-point deficit just over 4 minutes ago. Three-pointer, no good. Pollard on the rebound, a whistle and a foul, and who will it be against? With 4:06 remaining, it appears as if the foul will be against Northern State. If it is against Michael Schreiber, as I believe that it is, then his evening will have come to an end. Michael Schreiber has fouled out with 4:06 remaining. He will be replaced by Justin Decker. Schreiber exits with 4 points and 1 rebound. Thomas Alexander replaces Marquise Yates in the Arkansas Tech lineup. It's now Thomas Alexander, Nick Wayman, along with Jerry Owens, Freddie Lee, and Bryson Fletcher for Arkansas Tech. It's Sky Warwick, DJ Pollard, along with Darren Paterka, Spencer Pankinen, and Justin Decker for Northern State with 4:06 remaining. And Jerry Owens heading to the free throw line with a chance to give Arkansas Tech its first lead since the 6:43 mark of the first half. But the first free throw is no good for Owens, who has 12 points tonight. He is 2 out of 5 at the free throw line. The second try for the big man is on its way, and it is good. And for the first time since it was 26-25, with 6:43 left in the first half, Arkansas Tech leads. It is 70-69. The Wonder Boys lead it by a single point. Into the front court, Northern State. Dribbling at the top of the key is Sky Warwick. Warwick gives it out front. Warwick feeds it at the high post for Decker. Turnaround jumper good as the Wonder Boys left Decker unchecked 14 feet from the basket, and he made them pay for that mistake, knocking down the mid-range jumper to put Northern State back in front 71-70. Freddie Lee with it on the right wing for the Wonder Boys. Lee dribbles left, gives it up to Fletcher. Now in the corner for Alexander. Alexander will try a long 2. It is no good. Defensive rebound by DJ Pollard of Northern State. Into the front court come the Wolves. They lead by 1, 71-70 with 3:15 remaining. Next dead ball will be a media timeout. Right corner open. Pollard 3, good. DJ Pollard with the open look from the right corner, and he cashed it in for the Wolves. They lead 74-70 with 3 minutes to go. Freddie Lee in the front court for Arkansas Tech. Man-to-man defense for Northern State. Lee got a ball screen, dribbles left, and he was fouled on the floor. The call will be against Darren Paterka of Northern State. It is his second, and the Wonder Boys will shoot free throws when we come back. With 2:52 remaining on the Avera Orthopedic Surgery Specialist scoreboard, it's Northern State 74, Arkansas Tech 70. Back in 1 minute on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. 74-70, Northern State with the 4-point lead over Arkansas Tech with 2 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Both teams have 4 players in double figures in scoring. DJ Pollard and Sky Warwick with 18 points apiece for Northern State. Spencer Pankinen and Darren Paterka have, well, I should say Pankinen has 12 points and Paterka has 11 for the Wolves. For Arkansas Tech, Thomas Alexander now leads the way with 14 points as out of the timeout, Freddie Lee makes the first of 2 free throws for the Wonder Boys. Lee now with 12 points, and then Marquise Yates and Jerry Owens have 13 points apiece for the Wonder Boys. The second free throw is no good. Rebound, Arkansas Tech. Freddie Lee able to get his own rebound off the missed free throw, and the Wonder Boys maintain possession down by 3, 74-71, with now 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Right corner, Wayman to tie. It's good! Nick Wayman, three-pointer right corner at the 2:34 mark, and Nick Wayman has forged the 7th tie of the game. This one at 74 apiece, and Northern State will try to reclaim the lead now. Top of the key, Warwick. He dribbles to the right wing. Three-pointer, good. Sky Warwick left open, and he hits the 3 from the right wing to make it 77-74 with 2:16 remaining. A clutch three-pointer by Sky Warwick. Wayman answers. Wayman and Warwick going back and forth. Nick Wayman with the Arkansas Tech three-pointer, and it's 77-77 as we go under 2 minutes to play at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, Arkansas. Top of the key, Warwick on the dribble. Warwick defended by Yates. Bounce pass in the corner for Pankinen. Back to Warwick for 3. Good! With 1:42 to go. Warwick hits again. His 6th three-pointer of the night, and it's 80-77, a 3-point lead for Northern State. Top of the key, Yates has it for Tech. Gives it out front to Freddie Lee. 1:28 to go. Wonder Boys with the ball, down by 3. Lee drives, gets into the lane, kicks it out to Fletcher. Fletcher dumps it in for Okafor. Okafor drives into the lane, layup, no good, rebound, Northern State. Justin Decker got the key defensive rebound for the Wolves with 1:16 to go, and now Arkansas Tech desperate for a defensive stop. The Wolves have 1 timeout remaining. Arkansas Tech has 3. Both teams will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Top of the key, Paterka. Now to Warwick, 10 to shoot, 56 seconds left in regulation. Wolves with the ball, up by 3. Pollard drives, it's lost. Stolen away by Nick Wayman. Wayman gets it to Lee. Lee is shoved from behind, and a foul is called against Northern State. As Northern State Spencer Pankinen, I think, just lost track of 5'7" Freddie Lee and ran over him at midcourt. Freddie Lee will shoot 2. It comes with 47.5 seconds remaining. And Freddie Lee will step to the line for Arkansas Tech. He is 1 out of 2 from the line so far tonight. A redshirt freshman from Clarksville, Arkansas. He makes the first one. That cuts the Northern State lead to 80-78. Lee can now pull the Wonder Boys within 1 point if he makes this second free throw with 47.5 seconds to go. Mac Arvidsson is in for Northern State in place of Pankinen. The second free throw is good. It's 80-79, a 1-point lead for the Northern State Wolves. They have the ball with 45 seconds to go. Into the front court, Darren Paterka. 2-3 zone defense for Arkansas Tech. 17-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wolves up by 1. Warwick, 30 seconds left in regulation. Dribbles left to the top of the key. He's 40 feet from the basket. 8 to shoot. Gives it up on the right side for Paterka. Paterka dribbles left. Uses his 3-arm to run over the defender. And it's an offensive foul against Northern State. Offensive foul on the Wolves with 20.6 seconds remaining. The foul on Darren Paterka is his 3rd personal, and the Wonder Boys will have it with a chance to take the lead with 20.6 seconds remaining. Nick Wayman, along with Freddie Lee, Bryson Fletcher, Jerry Owens, and Marquise Yates are the 5 on the floor for Arkansas Tech. Wonder Boys down by 1. 18 seconds left as Freddie Lee brings it into the front court. Lee dribbles left. Lee hands it off to Yates. Yates, he walks. Yates walked with the basketball with 12.2 seconds left before he could attempt the go-ahead 3. Turnover, Arkansas Tech. Owens is out. Okafor is in for Arkansas Tech with 12.2 seconds remaining. The Wonder Boys will need a quick turnover or else they'll have to foul Northern State as the shot clock is now off with 12.2 seconds remaining. Inbounds pass comes to Peterka. Peterka dribbles on the far side and Bryson Fletcher fouls him. Fletcher's second, and Peterka will head to the line to shoot two. Darren Peterka has 11 points tonight. He is 3 out of 4 at the free throw line. Last year, he was a 68% free throw shooter. He will step to the line here with 9.3 seconds to go, and Northern State leading 80-79. Peterka will shoot two. A junior guard out of Miller, South Dakota. The first one for the left-hander is short, no good. He will have another try. Tyler Corley and Jerry Owens in, Okafor and Fletcher out for Arkansas Tech. And now all eyes are on the box out. Should Peterka miss again with 9.3 seconds remaining? The free throw is no good. Rebound, Arkansas Tech. Yates has it with 7 seconds to go. Yates gets it ahead to Lee. Lee leans in, off glass, and good! Freddie Lee scores with 2.4 seconds remaining. They will wait and see what they put the clock at, but Freddie Lee goes the length of the floor and banks it home, leaning between two defenders to give Arkansas Tech an 81-80 lead, and we'll wait to see what they put the clock at now. It looked to me like it was at about 2.4 seconds. The Wonder Boys will use a timeout, and we will keep it here through this break in the action. And what a play by a redshirt freshman in Freddie Lee, as he was able to step between two defenders and bank it home with 2.3 seconds remaining. And the Arkansas Tech crowd here at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville loved it, as the redshirt freshman banks it home. And he now, with that bucket, has 16 points on 5 out of 6 shooting from the field tonight. They have put the clock at 2.3 seconds left. And so that is how much time Northern State will have to try to answer. I suspect that they will call a timeout of their own here, their final timeout. The Wonder Boys called a timeout after the made basket. And now Northern State has followed that with a full timeout of its own. We will keep it here through this break in the action, taking a look at the individual leaders so far tonight. For Northern State, it's Sky Warwick with 24 points. DJ Pollard has 18 points for the Wolves. Spencer Pankinen with 12 points. And Darren Peterka with 11. For Arkansas Tech, it's Freddie Lee, who just hit the go-ahead bucket on a 6-foot leaner from the right side of the lane with 2.3 seconds left. Lee with 16 points tonight. 14 points for Arkansas Tech's Thomas Alexander. And then 13 points apiece for Marquise Yates and Jerry Owens. So both teams with 4 players in double figures in scoring. And now it'll come down to 2.3 seconds remaining for Northern State. And you would have to imagine, given the display we have seen in the second half, you would imagine the Wolves and head coach Paul Sather drawing up a play here to try to get the ball into the hands of Sky Warwick. Warwick is 6 out of 14 from three-point range tonight. And he has made 5 of those 6 three-pointers in the second half. Wolves with the basketball. They'll have to go the length of the floor. They are out of timeouts. 2.3 seconds left. Arkansas Tech 81. Northern State 80. Inbounds pass to midcourt. Pollard gets it. Pollard dribbles left. Pollard from 18 feet. It is short. It is no good. And the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys have rallied from a 13-point second half deficit to defeat Northern State University. Final score from Tucker Coliseum in Russellville. Arkansas Tech University 81 and Northern State University 80 as the Wonder Boys win their season opener to begin the 2015-2016 season. But based upon what we saw here tonight, it looks like it'll be another successful season for both of these basketball teams. We will step aside for a 1-minute break. and then come back to wrap this one up. Arkansas Tech wins it 81-80 on ArkansasTechSports.com and the Wolves Radio Network. Back at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, where it is ecstasy for the Wonder Boys and heartache for the Wolves, as Northern State saw a 13-point lead evaporate